Hey everyone, this is Simon. Today's video is going to be more informal. It'll kind of be like a part 1 of 2 on a channel update slash kind of what my plans are. So I'm just gonna jump right into this. So to start this out, I just wanted to say I've had really big plans for 2020. I used the majority of my tax return with my wife's permission. You know, I would have never done this without my wife's permission, or I'd probably be dead right now. But I used the majority of my tax return to get a lot of astro imaging gear because I love astrophotography. It's something I've wanted to delve into more. It's just really expensive. So I've got several things, like I'll be showing you this new guide camera I got. The primary purposes of this video today is to do an unboxing of my new Guidescope, which I'll talk about in a minute and I'm really excited about. And I've never really been an unboxer person, so this will be interesting to say the least. But yeah, so I had big plans for 2020 to really delve into astrophotography. I mean, I've got great scopes to do it. I got a Comet Hunter, which eventually might turn into a 127 refractor, we'll see. I got an ED80, and now that I've got a long focal length guide scope with a good camera, I could even image at my C8's native focal length or at about 1200 millimeters with a focal reducer. So all that being said, astrophotography this year for me was going to be a big focus. Now, I'm also a graduate student as well, and scientific imaging is much different than astro imaging. So for me personally, I know some people have varying opinions on this, but for me, astrophotography is more of an art. And science imaging, well, obviously is a lot more bound with its constraints. So for scientific imaging, you know, your CCD, you've got to have a linear response to get good scientific data. There's only certain things you can and can't do with your data. Whereas with astrophotography, you know, we're adjusting curves and doing everything we can to make it look nice. Science-wise, I don't think we really care so much about how it looks as we're wanting the data. So like astrometry or photometry, spectroscopy, you're wanting the data side of things. So I get to play with really cool equipment as a graduate student, much better than what I have. But yeah, so I wanted to make this year a focus for astrophotography and get to play around with it and kind of take you through my journey. But you know, what's been happening lately, it kind of threw a wrench in my plans. So I'm trying to stay optimistic. You know, the coronavirus is scary and the public's response to it. So I hope you guys are all, you know, healthy, following guidelines that have been set and taking care of yourselves. But yeah, so I'm just trying to stay optimistic. So I figured today I'd give you this relatively brief channel update, and then in a few weeks or so I'll probably make the second part of this, and I kind of just want to show you what kind of equipment I've got right now mainly, and you know, what the plan is for this year. Alright, so traditionally I don't do unboxing videos, so what makes this one different? Well, I'm really excited about this. This is a Celestron 80mm guide scope. Comes complete with the 125mm rings, I want to say. But what's exciting about this is this product has been discontinued for quite some time. I bought one 2 years ago, and I sold it because it was a bit too much weight on my Advanced VX with my C8. And I kind of regretted it ever since. I mean, I got it for $120 when they were just trying to get rid of them. I thought, man, these rings alone, just the mounting rings, are almost worth $100. I mean, it's a really good setup for the price. You couldn't really beat it. It just weighs a lot. But now that I've got a CGX, I'm fine to put my C8 on here and image. So I scoured the web everywhere, and I think I found the last one in existence that's brand new. Well, at least I hope it's brand new. The box is a little beat up. So I emailed Celestron, and they said, you know, sorry, we don't have any. All the astronomy vendors I looked at, completely gone. And I can't remember if I grabbed it off Amazon or eBay, but that makes me a little worried, so that's why I'm going to unbox it. Hopefully I didn't buy an eBay special. But what's really cool about this guide scope, with my new ZWO ASI 178mm, I'm going to get ridiculously good scaling on my C8. So with this guide scope is 600mm focal length. With this camera, which has a pixel size of 2.4 microns, I'm going to be looking at about 0.83 arc seconds per pixel. So under an arc second per pixel. So this thing is going to give me fantastic guiding on my C8. So I'll be able to image at 2000 millimeters or 1200, which I'm really excited about. The other thing, I bought one of these. So 178mm. Why did I go with this camera over the 290 mini? There's always a debate that kind of goes on between people. You know, should I get the 290mm or the 290 mini for guiding, or the 178? And the reason I went with the 178, well, it's USB 3, so really fast. I can do really good planetary imaging with it using filters because it is a mono camera and that small pixel size. But it also has a lot of megapixels. It's over 6 megapixels, which is really, really nice. And then also, because of those pixels, the amount of pixels it has, the megapixels, and how small the pixel size is, I'm going to be able to get awesome guide scale and planetary imaging. So this is the reason I went with this camera. Yeah, it's double the weight of the 290 mini, but the 290 mini is only 60 grams, and this one's 120 about. On a mount that holds 55 pounds, that's really nothing to be worried about. So that's kind of the plan. I'm going to go with the ASI Air Pro, and I'm going to try and do most of my imaging from my iPad eventually. So the goal is to get a ZWO 294 MC eventually and an ASI Air Pro. I'll mount the Pro to either my C8, my ED80, or my Comet Hunter, and hopefully, you know, astrophotography happens. Now I am really busy, so this year will probably be a little bit slower for me. I'm trying to do research as a graduate student and do all this and provide for my family. It's a lot of work for me. So that's kind of a brief channel update, but yeah, let's dig into this 80mm guide scope, and hopefully everything's okay with it. Okay, here we go. My first unboxing video. So far, so good. So it's exciting to kind of have some nostalgia. I really did regret selling this before, so I'm really hopeful everything's okay. Okay, there it is. A little beat up, but it's not the end of the world. Okay, the ring, another box. The rings here. Kind of just thrown in bubble tape, so I doubt this is new, but let's see. So yeah, this is a huge guide scope, but with that 178mm, this is going to give me such a good image scale. I'm really excited about how accurate of guiding I'll be able to get. It looks pretty good actually. What's interesting though is the focuser is rubber. That is weird. This is normally, I think, just like a normal like aluminum focuser, but no, this whole housing is rubber. Interesting. Okay, let's take a look at the lens. Oh, okay, phew. All right, so we're good. Lens looks brand new. So I got lucky. Doesn't look like I got the eBay special here, so this looks good. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Really excited about this. Let me put this to the side here. Oh, this is the extension tube. Let's see if I can get under that. They don't go light on the bubble tape here. Let's see. Oh. No set screw marks on here, so extension tube looks great as well. It's got T threads on it, so my ASI 178 is going to go right into those. Awesome. I guess now we check out probably some of the best quality rings that are, well, essentially free if you think about this Guidescope and what you pay for it. These are really good rings to just come with it. A lot more bubble tape again. Now this is actually kind of fun to make a more informal video. The more formal stuff, which is pretty much all I do, takes a ton of time, and this won't take me nearly as much time at all. So where's the tape on here? Oh, right here. Well, maybe this is brand new after all. Looks pretty great, it was packed perfectly. So this is one of the dovetail clamps. I think when everything is said and done, this entire setup weighs almost 7 or 8 pounds, I think. I could be wrong, but I think it's around there. Oh, these are the thumb screws for the rings themselves. Plastic tipped, awesome. Put these aside. Here's, what is this? Oh, these are the actual, these are what's going to be securing the clamps. Okay, cool. Let's move these aside too. And then here's one of the rings. Yeah, this is, yeah, everything looks great. So I just can't get over how quality this Guidescope is for the price. It's awesome. It's probably, honestly, it's probably why Celestron discontinued it in the end. They probably didn't make a whole lot of money off this. Alright, so I'll get through the rest of this here. One thing I'd highly recommend before installing a dovetail is you want everything to be level. So if you have a handle on your Schmidt cast grain, you'll want to make sure and remove that before you begin. That way you can get a nice level surface. Okay, so I'm just going to undo these middle accessory screws here, or bolts I should say, that are designed for the CGE dovetail. And one thing you should know too, these two back bolts have different pitch than the front one. So when you remove them and you're storing them, I would store them separately just to remind yourself that the pitch is not the same on these bolts. And then I like to put a strip of electric tape over my OTA just to protect it so it doesn't get scratched up. And then now we're ready to put on the CGE dovetail. And then remember, this front one is a different pitch. And there we go. Yeah, this thing just got a lot heavier. tighten this down. What's also nice about this setup is this extension tube is T-threaded, so instead of having to use the one thumb ring that it has on it, I can just unscrew that. And my 178mm is also T-threaded, obviously, as most cameras are. So that'll just screw right into the back here. And yeah, this is a ridiculously good guiding setup. 600mm focal length with 2.4 microns per pixel, or is the pixel size. I'm going to be getting about 0.83 arc seconds per pixel, which is really good. So this is exciting because I'll be able to start imaging with my C8 again on the CGX mount. And then I can also use this guide camera on like a 50mm guide scope on my Comet Hunter. So that's pretty exciting, and hopefully I can delve into astrophotography a little bit more now. The other neat thing about this guiding setup is, you know, if I ever upgrade to a 9¼ inch or an 11" or something like that, which I'd love to do, the only thing I need to change is I just need to order a new CGE dovetail for that size telescope. This just pops off and can just go on to the next one. Alright everyone, well that's kind of part one of my channel update, I guess you can say. Thanks for sticking with me for this. It was really fun for me to film this informal video, which is something I don't think I've ever actually done. You know, my formal reviews, those take me a ton of time. I'm not sure if you realize just how much time goes into those, but from filming to editing to kind of cleaning everything up in the end, it's a lot of work. So this was really fun for me to just kind of informally film things and show you, you know, kind of my new guiding setup, and that was kind of fun. So I feel, you know, really lucky that I have a lot of support. You know, astronomy is kind of my life right now. Not only is it my hobby, but it's kind of what I'm working towards for my career as well. So it's kind of fun to compare and contrast the differences in what we do as hobbyists and as scientists. So yeah, this has been great. Maybe I'll have to do more informal videos. Don't worry, reviews and stuff like that, and astrophotography and all that I do won't go away. I just wanted to let you know, with how busy I am, I might not be posting as much as people like, but I am still trying to get things done and get various projects done. So within the next week or so, I'm hoping to get a full review of the Celestron StarSense Explorer DX posted. It's a pretty cool product. I've had a lot of fun with it and playing around in the app, so look for that. And then I guess the last thing I want to say again is, you know, stay safe, stay healthy, follow, you know, your local guidelines with coronavirus. I hope you all are doing okay, and really I just wanted to say thank you so much for your support. I know it's appreciated, and it's you know why I do what I do. So thanks so much for watching. Again, stay safe, and we'll see you later. Clear skies.